So here is SESN Sesen Bio. This finishes at $1.22 today. That is down 42.18%. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is NAOV NanoVibronix. This finishes at $3.37 today. That is up 33.73%. So, if you guys recall, this one short squeezed a couple weeks ago, all the way from like 70 cents up to almost $4, like $3.75, and it has since pulled back. But past couple of trading sessions, this thing has been going nuts again, and today it set a new high, $4.08. And there's probably a few reasons as to why this is. We got news today, and we just had earnings, so let's take a look at that. Okay, so here's the news. NanoVibronix announces plan to expand product portfolio with introduction of pain shield relief for over-the-counter use and plans for future product launch. So pain shield is one of their products that just got approved by Australia. So I guess they're planning to do a over-the-counter one now, where you don't need a prescription. So that news earlier this morning probably caused the stock to run up. And now in the aftermarket, we just got earnings and the stock is running up again. So let's take a look at the earnings. So we got EPS of negative 1 cent per share. That's a 95% increase over losses of 20 cents per share from last year. And the company reported $318,000 in sales this quarter, which is a 18.22% increase from last year. So not quite sure what the estimates were, but the EPS and the revenue beat the EPS and the revenue from last year. So I think the consensus is that these were good earnings. And that's why we see now the stock is running in the aftermarket. It's up to $3.60. Before, it looked like we had a cup and handle forming, top of the cup being around $3.75 and the bottom being around $2. But then today, after the big news, this blew right past the top of the cup. All right, so let's analyze this. All right, so right now this is sitting on the support of $3.35, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be $3.45, $3.55, $3.70, $3.80, $3.90, $4, and now we're going back a couple years now. $4.15, $4.40, $4.60, $4.80, and then the high of $5. Now if this goes to the downside, next level of support is $3.25, $3.10, $3, $2.90, $2.75, $2.60, $2.45, $2.35, $2.20, $2.10, $1.95, $1.80, $1.70, and then $1.60. And there's a bunch of support below $1.60, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now, at this current price, $3.35, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. So expect a good amount of price action. Either way this goes, expect a good amount of volatility. Nothing too crazy though. However, if/when this comes back down to 160, the channels start to narrow. I expect the price action to slow down significantly if/when this comes back down to 160. And for the upside, if/when this breaks $4, the channel starts to widen. So I expect the price action to increase significantly if/when this breaks $4. RSI is currently at 69. Nice. So not quite in overbought, overvalued territory, but quickly approaching that. So you guys should start to become cautious. And this did 245 million in volume today. Biggest volume day of the year. Very significant volume. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. So if you want to go long, personally, I wouldn't do that, but I'm not going to tell you guys not to do that. But based on all the TA, we're getting a lot of bearish indicators here. High RSI, high volume. This is not an all-time high, but a yearly high. And this has been running for the past few trading sessions. So this really can't keep up forever. Not supposed to, at least. So just based on traditional TA, this does not appear to be a good long play at this current price. That would pretty much be FOMO, and there's a good chance you're going to be holding the bag if you do that. So I wouldn't recommend that. However, this is a meme stock, and who knows? Maybe it's not done squeezing, and it has more room to go to the upside. Not saying it does, but it could possibly. So I'm not going to go for it, but if you guys want to go for it, sure, just do it at your own risk. Now, if you want to go short, again, seems like a pretty good play based on the technical analysis. Again, high RSI, high volume, and this has been a multi-day runner. So all indications are pointing to this pulling back. Everything is saying that this is going to pull back. Just based on the graph, the TA, this seems like a good short play, and I would support that. However, again, this is a meme stock, and a lot of apes like this stock. You never know what's going to happen. This could, in fact, keep running. And for that reason, I'm not going to go long or short on this. Going short seems like a good play, but just understand if you do it, there is still risk involved. I would support going short, just be very cautious. But personally, I'm going to stay away from this altogether, and that's probably the best thing to do, because right now this is more like a gamble than an investment. And either way you go right now, pretty risky stuff. So if you don't want that risk, just avoid it altogether. That's what I'm going to do. If you do want to open a position, understand that either way you go, this is really risky, and you're either going to make a lot of money or lose a lot of money. Open a position at your own risk. Congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today and for the past few trading sessions. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is NAOV NanoVibronix. So here is SESN Sesen Bio. This finishes at $1.22 today. That is down 42.18%. So I covered this one on Friday, but the bleeding continues today. On Friday, this closed at 210. Today, it pulls back another 42%. Now it's down to 122. And it does not appear like the selling is done just yet. So yeah, if you guys recall, on Friday, crazy price action on this stock. It literally went from $6 to 70 cents because their BLA application got denied. And there was just a mass panic sell-off, halted like 5 times. And today, the drama continues. H.C. Wainwright downgrades the stock from buy to neutral. No specific price target. So we're not going to do support and resistance for this one. But the RSI is currently at 27. So that is undervalued and oversold. And this did 132 million in volume today, which is the second biggest volume day ever after Friday. So yeah, the sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. Got 2 big red days in a row. But if you want to go long, I would support that, just not yet. This appears to be in free fall mode. Probably can't go down that much more, but it probably will continue to pull back. And if you were to go long right here, you'd be catching a falling knife. So that's not a good idea. This should start to bottom out pretty soon. I would say give it maybe a couple days, maybe a week or two. But we should start seeing some support, and this should bottom out and reverse pretty soon. So I think at this price, 122, I mean, it's still a great price, but it should go lower. So if you want to go long, I'd support it. Just hold off for right now. Now, if you want to go short, I don't recommend it. I don't think that's a good idea. You should have went short on Friday. Now, at this current price, 122, I really don't see a reason why you would go short here. This is near the relative bottom. You probably can make some money going short, but I think the risk far outweighs the reward here, going short at 122. Not too much downside potential, a lot of upside potential. Bullish indicators here, low RSI, high volume to the downside. You know, this can have a massive run-up if the apes and the institutions start to pile in again. So, this is a high-risk, low-reward play if you want to go short here. Doesn't make much sense. I don't think it's a good idea, so I would not recommend that. So, sorry to everyone who lost money in this one today and on Friday. Very, very disgusting. Just hang in there. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is SESN Sesen Bio. Okay, here is Wish ContextLogic. This finishes at $6.87 today. that is down 9.01%. So last week we covered this, and it had very disappointing earnings. And it appears that this week, today, is just a continuation of last week's sell-off. So let's now analyze this with our new data. So first of all, I see a gap down at around 950. So that is a bullish indicator that is telling us that this is likely to come back up to 950 at some point to fill that gap. And honestly, it'll probably be in the short term. So right now, this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 760 and 670. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 760, 850, 920, 1010, 1120, 1190, 1290, 1350, 1420, 1540, 1650, 1750, 1850, 1990, 21, 2230, 23, 2385, 2480, 2570, 2655, 2820, 29, 3010, and then the all-time high of 3285. And if this goes to the downside, next level of support is the low of 670. So right now the channels to the upside are pretty decently sized. So if this continues to run to the upside, expect a decent amount of price action. Nothing too crazy though. However, to the downside is uncharted territory. So if this breaks 670 to the downside, that could be really bad, and nobody knows how far down it's going to go. I would proceed with extreme caution if this breaks 670 to the downside. RSI is currently at 28, so that is oversold and undervalued. And this did 77 million in volume today. Pretty significant volume, above average. So the sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. So if you want to go long right now, not financial advice, but it looks like a pretty good play to me. Maybe it'll pull back a little further, but I think below $7, this is an excellent price. A lot of bullish indicators, low RSI, gap down, and really no bearish indicators. So this may pull back a little more in the short term, but long term, this is an excellent price. You'd be buying the literal bottom as of right now. Can't really go wrong doing that. I would have no problem with you buying in right here at 687. And if it continues to pull back, then you can just average down. Now, if you want to go short, I don't recommend that, and I wouldn't do that for the same reasons. Low RSI, gap down. Those are bullish indicators, no bearish indicators. This is literally the bottom. I don't know why you want to short at the literal bottom. There is very little money to be made and a lot of upside potential here. So it doesn't really make too much sense, logically, to go short on this one. So sorry to everyone who lost money on this one today and in the past week. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is Wish ContextLogic. All right, here is PSFE Paysafe. This finishes at $8.62 today. That is down 15.49%. So this is like a low-key meme stock. Wall Street Bets does like this one. Not as much as others, but there are a lot of people on Wall Street Bets who really, really like this stock.
We like the stock.
So we did have earnings today. So let's take a look at that. So Bank of America has a $15 price target. And we had some news. Paysafe is going to buy Safety Pay for $441 million in cash. So they did quarterly sales of $384 million, which beat the consensus of $378 million. So they just beat on the revenue. And I'm not quite sure what the EPS is, but overall, the market did not take this news and these earnings very well. And we see that. The stock is down 15.5% today. So, first of all, I see this gap down at around 1020. So that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that this is likely to come back up to 1020 to fill the gap eventually. And it'll probably be in the short term. So right now this is trading in the sideways channel, the rectangle of 945 and 850. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 945, 965, 1010, 1045, 1080, 1110, 1150, 1190, 1240, 1290, 1350, 14, 1445, 1490, 1540, 16, 1650, 17, 1745, 1775, 1850, and then the high of 1957. And if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be the low of 851. So right now at this current price, 860, the channels to the upside are pretty decently sized. So if this goes to the upside, expect a good amount of price action, but nothing too crazy. However, if this goes to the downside, if/when this breaks 850, that is uncharted territory to the downside. So nobody knows how low this can go. But if this does break 850 to the downside, be extremely careful. So the RSI is currently at 30. So this is oversold and undervalued. And it did 43 million in volume today. Very significant volume. So the sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. So if you want to go long, seems like a pretty good play. Not financial advice. Personally, I would probably hold off a little bit more. This appears like it still has some more downside room to go. So maybe wait a couple of days or maybe a week or two. And this should start to bottom out and you should get a really good price. You know, the apes like this stock, institutions like this stock, bullish indicators, low RSI, gap down, really no bearish indicators. This does appear to be a great buying opportunity. I couldn't blame you if you want to buy in right here at 860 and average down if it does continue to go lower. But this should pull back a little bit more. Now, if you want to go short, I would not do that, and I don't recommend that. This is an all-time low. Really can't go down too much further. I don't know why you would short at an all-time low. And we have no bearish indicators here. All bullish indicators, low RSI, gap down. So this is another one where it would be high risk, low reward. Really not too much money to be made and a lot of upside potential. So you're asking for disaster if you open a short play here. So I do not recommend that. So sorry to everyone who lost money in this one today. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is PSFE Paysafe. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know. Diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.